they just finish it off really nicely.
Do you reckon I could do one of those?
We're going to turn it into an 86-bed HMO.
So today we're going to a few projects that we've got on at the moment through Thistle Architecture and HMO Designers. First one's top of the high street in Winchester, which is a really cool project we're doing for a client. Another one is a high-end residential house extension. And then we might go and see the HMO that we're doing, which is a high-end HMO for professionals. So yeah, let's go check out those projects. So this project here is Upper High Street. It's an office building that we're converting into flats, and you can do that under permitted development, which is really great for developers. With the first application, it was a Class MA prior approval where we're converting it into 6 flats. And then we're also submitting a full planning application to do some external alterations and to help kind of fit it into the street scene a bit. That one, right next door to it, is a listed building. So we've had to be very careful in terms of the heritage and making sure that it looks right and it fits into its context. Good morning. All right, how's it going?
Nice to see you.
You too? We all good?
Right.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Basically, today is just about having a look at the roof and you know, the connection details and stuff that we need to do. So, should we have a look in?
Yeah, go in.
So as you can see, this used to be an office building and currently still is because we've got a desk set up here.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
It's got a nice view.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like the man here. You've
Yeah.
got this whole building to yourself. So right now, this is obviously all very open plan because it was an office, so you would have had lots of desks and things around. But you know, this is going to be the entrance to the flat. You're going to have bedrooms in various locations. This is Liam, who's a client of ours that we're doing this project with at the moment. Liam runs Highfield Professionals, which is a recruitment company. So we basically met because you were interested in sort of property investment. Liam ended up purchasing this property, which is perfect for permitted development, converting it from commercial to residential. How did you find the project in the end, Liam?
So really looking around with something to add some value to in the development stage. So we wanted something in a prime location. So this being slap in the middle of Winchester was perfect for us. We managed to secure it for a good price. Yeah. Been through the permitted development stages, and now we're just, you know, obviously working with you to see if we can maximise the value of the asset. The owners are one of the biggest commercial property owners in the UK, the former owners. They'd only ever been to Winchester once in a period of owning this building for over 30 years. Where it was previously let out to Hampshire County Council, right, so I don't think it was at the top of their priority list. Yeah. For me, it was just about looking for, you know, the best investment opportunities and, you know, where would we get the most return. And I think, you know, that would have been something we'd have definitely looked at if this project hadn't become available. We've got a basement though that we haven't quite decided what to do with, have we? So we can go and have a look at that? Yeah,
let's have a look at the basement.
I've got a longer term plan where I think, I don't know if I told you, but we stayed in London with the kids over Christmas in a Harry Potter themed hotel.
Oh really?
It was 650 quid a night.
Yeah.
And it was basically in a basement like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, okay. What, do you want to make this Harry Potter themed?
You could make this a themed, you know, serviced accommodation.
Yeah.
I think it would actually do really well as that, but I think that's something to consider in the future.
We did look at bringing this into, you know, being residential essentially, but obviously it's very dark down here. That's because this window's blocked. There is a light well there, so you do get light and ventilation down here, but there was a couple of issues around the passageway, wasn't there? It's owned by next door, so Liam would have to basically purchase that little bit of land where the light well is, and he was just struggling, I think, to make it work legally with the, you know, the owner and stuff like that. So it was becoming a little bit complicated.
Lots of space here. I can't remember what the square metre is down here, but it's pretty substantial.
I think I've ever seen a better example of rising down. The next door neighbour has said that he might be able to let us up to have a look at the roof. And the reason we want to have a look at the roof is to do with the connection details to next door, which is a listed building. And then also we need to have a look at the gutters basically, make sure that we get that design right so there's no kind of leakage or anything between the buildings. So what's your plans moving forward with, you know, after this and everything? You want to carry on sort of doing the same thing if this goes well? And
definitely, I think, you know, more of the same, and then, you know, once the conversion's done and we look at refinance on it, then use that capital to find something else. And then otherwise, it's just working with experts like Ed who can show you how to do everything.
That's right. See you later. Yeah, good luck with the hike and stuff. Yeah. We're just going to jump in the car, but it's only like a 10-minute drive or something. This was another client project, basically just a really nice high-end house for them to live in. So it was essentially just a 1930s detached property, and we've extended on the side here double story. That goes all the way out the back double story. There's a second double story extension as well, and a single story extension. So proper complete redevelopment. It's got all brand new windows and doors, which are Crittle in a really nice green. Redeveloped the roof as well, and he's got the really nice kind of clay tiles on there. We've done all of this frontage as well, so the cast iron kind of fencing. But yeah, it's looking really nice from the front. Let's go have a look inside. That's fine, thanks Matt. So this is all a single story extension. As you can see, lovely and high end, looking really nice. Basically, we wanted to create a design that was quite sympathetic to the original 1930s house. So we've gone in with traditional detailing everywhere. We've also got traditional detailing on the extension, so bricks to match the property, and a really nice kind of brick formed cornice detail. So you can see a little nod to the kind of history of the property, and just means that it kind of seamlessly fits into its context. Got a really nice big roof light here, very well placed over the kind of middle of the kitchen. And this is one of those really nice, just straight, flat skylights that doesn't have any bars or anything in it, that looks really good. This is the glazed link, which links basically the old house to the new extension. So you've got this nice kind of glazed link here, and then this is the only part that isn't quite finished. They're just letting the plaster dry. And then through here, they're just using it as like a little games room at the moment. But again, you've got a nice kind of roof light at the end here, very similar to the one in the kitchen. We'll put some images up on the screen now of what it used to look like, because it was quite a higgledy-piggledy back of the property. Like it had just been extended and kind of mulched together over the years. Whereas what we've done here is, with the double story extensions, the glazed link, and 2 single story extensions, it's kind of brought back the symmetry of the property. It looks really nice. It just finishes the top off, but it just adds a bit of detail. It looks like it's been thought about. And yeah, it's a nod to the kind of history of the property. So this is Matt, the client of this project. We're going to shake hands.
Good to see you, Ed.
Yeah, so basically this, we did a design for a kind of high-end residential house here for Matt. It's a mixture of single story extensions and double story extensions, but a full redevelopment of the house, right? So all new windows and doors, fully re-insulated, new roof and everything. It's turned out to be a really beautiful project and a great one to work on with you. We've certainly enjoyed it. So, I mean, how did you find the experience of the build and everything?
Yeah, I loved the experience to build. I mean, as you know, Ed, it was a house that hadn't been touched for 30 years.
Yeah.
It was in fair amount of disrepair.
Yeah.
It was a nice large plot, and we wanted to make something quite spectacular but also traditional. So I think, we talked through ideas and plans around, is it very modern, is it more traditional? And I think we got to the point of thinking, it's a beautiful 30s house, we should make it very traditional, hence the design. The main thing for us is it's with 2 kids, it's got lots of different spaces, unique spaces. Yeah. It's got large spaces, but the large spaces don't feel too large. It's very bright. Yeah. But also very homely, which we love. We get lots of people knocking the door saying we love what you've done, which is really nice.
That's great, and you can recommend us.
Recommended you as well. So.
And you have done many times.
And we have done so.
Yeah, very thankful for that. We'll quickly shoot round to the house project that I'm doing, which is a personal project of mine. We can have a look around there. They've just finished off all the plastering, which is really good to see. It's all coming together now. And then we might finally shoot down to the HMO that we're doing as well. So let's go. So we're back here. A lot has happened with the project. You can see all the windows have come out. They've rebuilt pretty much the whole front. Windows are due to go in at the end of this month. The roof's on and the plasterers are in there. They might actually be in there right now, finishing some bits off, but let's go have a look. So there's still a lot to be done, but yeah, we've got this extension finished. The roof light has gone in. The bifold doors that have also been ordered, and they're due to go in next week. Oh, these doors, you like these? No, they're not staying. Living room in there, it's a nice little snug area. Obviously, sofa, TV, that sort of thing. Bay window to go in. And up here, this nice little room is a bathroom. So this is where the shower will be. Nice and squeaky. Yeah, there you go, so that's the roof light. You can see the extension that goes down the rear return bit and goes out 1.5 metres there. The final room, the master bedroom, all nice and plastered. Those 2 windows are being replaced. But yeah, we're getting there. Super excited to see this one come to a close, hopefully in a couple of months' time. Basically, we've got to finish the underfloor heating. We've got to insulate the ground floor as well before that, then painting. And then yeah, me and Todd now are gonna head down to the HMO in Eastleigh and film a little bit of that. So let's go see that next. Right, so we're at the last stop of the day, Bishopstoke Road, which I've shown before. When we're coming to the very end of this now, which is really exciting. We've got 3 tenants who have already signed on, which leaves 4 of the rooms left, and we've got various viewings and stuff happening at the moment. I did a snag list the other day, so the last final snags of the build. But yeah, let's go have a look inside and see what's happened. This is a nice fire panel system, by the way. Every HMO needs one of these bad boys. So yeah, the rooms are like a nice, really light kind of neutral colour. We've gone for skimming stone Farrow and Ball on the feature wall, which has the panelling, and then in here you've got the ensuite, so every bedroom comes with its own ensuite. We've gone for a really nice kind of marble tile. Still finishing things off, as you can see, but the herringbone flooring has started to go in. These are actually the desk chairs, so we need to move these into the bedrooms. But yeah, there's going to be a dining table here. The kitchen looks absolutely beautiful. We went for those kind of nice rectangle tiles. The builder has been very, very good on this project. The finish of the place is unbelievable. That's been a massive release of stress, to be honest, just allowing the builder to get on with it. Finding the right builder is absolutely bloody crucial, so make sure you don't get that bit wrong. This house was a complete redevelopment. We're still in an extension right now. All of the floors were removed, all of the walls, you know, we were here when the roof was off. You know, the place has pretty much been a new build. We've re-insulated everything, rewire, replumb. So at that point, once you've ripped it all out, you've devalued the place, and that feels really stressful and out of control. But now when it gets to this point, you know, it's all worth it. Very, very happy, proud of the place. Tomorrow, my business partner, Grant, is coming round, and we are going to stay the night in this property. And I think that's really nice because it's going to give us a proper insight of what it's actually like living here, you know? Like, you can test out the heating system, see how the towel rails work and stuff like that. We're probably going to take, you know, the bedrooms upstairs because they're the biggest and stay there, but we're going to crack a bottle of red wine, I think, and chill out in the kitchen and then stay the night in one of these rooms. So with a HMO project like this, we're paying for the bills as the landlord. So you always want to be conscious of, you know, people leaving their heating on and like opening windows. This system here, basically you can see it flashing blue there, and that's because it's trying to connect. But basically what this does is it detects if there's a human in the room. And then you've got a little valve here which connects to that system. And so imagine you've got a tenant at home, everyone else has gone out, they're working from home and they're boosting the system. It only heats this one room that they're sat in because it can tell that there's no one else in any of the other rooms. So that's great because obviously we're paying the bills, and it's better for the planet because you're not burning as much fossil fuel to heat a house that doesn't need heating. I just got off the phone with the builder and he was saying how well the project's gone, and he said one of his lads that works with him is currently living in Winchester and wants to move here, so he's going to take one of the rooms. Great stuff. So yeah, that is Bishopstoke Road. Super proud of what we've been able to achieve there. Builder's done a great job. I think the whole team came together really well. And yeah, the tenants are moving in shortly on the 1st of April. So jobs are good and on to the next one, and I'll see you at that one very soon.